Somalian-Pirates release oil tanker. A $3 million ransom has reportedly been paid to Somalian pirates. The pirates released an oil-laden Saudi supertanker after receiving a $3 million ransom. A negotiator for the bandits or pirates said Friday. The money was delivered by parachute to the ship's deck from a small aircraft. The MV Sirius Star, a brand new tanker with a 25-member crew, was seized in the Indian Ocean on November 15th in a dramatic escalation of the high seas piracy that has plagued the shipping lanes off Somalia. At the time, the supertanker's crude oil was valued at $100 million. A negotiator with the pirates who held the Saudi tanker has told the Associated Press by telephone that the ship had been released and was traveling to safe waters. The U.S. Navy also released a photo taken Friday by one of its aircrew of a parachute apparently dropping the ransom to the Sirius. The ship owner, Vela International Marine Limited, declined to comment on the reported release, but the nation of Poland, which has some of its nationals among the tanker's crew, said it had official confirmation from the Saudi Arabian ambassador in Kenya that the Sirius Star had been released by the pirates. A Western diplomat based in Nairobi, Kenya, also said the ship was now free, citing the International Maritime Organization. The U.S. Fifth Fleet would not explicitly confirm the release of the tanker, but a spokeswoman for the Combined Maritime Forces based in Bahrain said it was likely that a considerable sum of money had been paid in ransom, and it was expected that the ship would get underway in the next 24 hours. She would not elaborate. The oil tanker was hijacked more than 500 miles southeast of Mombasa, Kenya. That is far south of where warships have recently increased their patrols in the Gulf of Aden, one of the busiest channels in the world, leading to and from the Suez Canal and the scene of many recent past attacks. The U.S. Navy has said that a new international naval force under American command will soon begin more patrols to confront escalating attacks by Somalian pirates after more than 100 ships came under siege or attack in the past year alone. But the new mission, or the mission expected to begin operations next week, appears more of an attempt to sharpen the military focus against piracy rather than a signal of expanded offensives across one of the world's most crucial shipping lanes. And the force will carry no wider authority to strike at pirate vessels at sea, or specific mandates to move against havens on shore, or pirate ports, which some maritime experts believe is necessary to weaken the pirate gangs who have taken control of dozens and dozens of cargo vessels and the oil tanker. And even while the potential release of the oil tanker Sirius Star is undoubtedly excellent news, we must not forget that nearly 300 other merchant mariners are still being held captive by the Somalian pirates. and the men who attacked the ship and held the crew hostage are armed criminals or terrorists, and consequently we must remain steadfast in our efforts to address the international problem of piracy, said the deputy commander of the new force. Anyway, all this, once again, is another sign or more signs of what's going on around the world today or nowadays, but are connected to something else, something much bigger. In other words, so the pirates are back. Piracy has now become commonplace off the coast of Somalia, and it looks to be, or seems to be, that the pirates, they're making a lot of money. $3 million for just one oil tanker alone, which in turn gives them more incentive to continue to be pirates, and, of course, encourages more pirates for the future, because Somalia, it's a dirt poor country, and it's had no functioning government in quite a few years now, and the international community or nations, they're not really doing that much about it. Well, there's so many other problems going on around the world, and so many other wars and conflicts, which are increasing in some kind of way steadily. And so now we have pirates again, just like hundreds of years ago. It seems like they had the pirates in control some kind of way more back then. Pirates are taking over ships or hijacking ships with little speedboats, or just climbing up on them and taking them over and holding them hostage. And the world's community of nations, they can't seem to do much about it. Not really. But anyway, like I say, all these are more signs of the end times, transition days. And once again, there are many, many signs happening every day all around the world.